Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Excalibur Roundtable Tech Talk. I'm Mike Fuson from Excalibur Data Systems, and I'm joined today by Scott Hale. We're doing a special series here at Excalibur on our Knights of the Round Table. So our architects and consultants and our team members that help make Excalibur the great organization that it is, and makes it just a great organization in working with our customers. So Scott, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to sit down and have a chit chat with you, Mike.
Yeah, it's always fun. So Scott, tell me a little bit about your background in IT. You have kind of a storied background in IT.
You know, yeah, there's a lot, right? There's a lot. Let's start with the TRS-80 color computer, right? Circa 1982, maybe. I think I was 11, sitting down trying to learn how to program BASIC, right? And then, I didn't think too much about, video games. Atari came out, so I had that. I didn't think too much about it. And then I joined the Navy. Years and years later, I joined the Navy. And after Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm, I came back and I was stationed with this guy who was an absolute guru. And this man taught me how to take them apart, how to put them together again, how to do desktop publishing, word processing, how to do databases. Of course, the great evil printers taught me about printing. And but he also taught me how to, look stuff up. I would ask him a question, and he would answer it the first time. And then if I asked it again, he'd go, and I'd have to go, hit the books, pre-internet, of course. And so then after that, relocated up here to Sacramento to pursue, work, career, and rock and roll with one of my best friends from second grade. Actually, we still play music to this day. And but business-wise, I became that guy at all the companies I worked with. I was the IT guy, or the graphics guy, or the phone guy, or the teacher of all things Microsoft Office. All right. I worked for environmental consultants, help desk for Intel for a little while. I was worked at the knowledge base at that old computer company, Packard Bell. I did retail sales and repair. I led the tech bench there for repairing computers here in the Sacramento area. We had a career college attached, and so I taught how to fix computers, networking, word processing, and bookkeeping through career college. I got accredited for that. I worked in the real estate sector for doing IT for real estate agents. Let's see. Then I found it. Software. I found a small software company here in Sacramento, and it had everything that I loved. Right. It was a full solution to motor coach industry, like charter buses, tours, things like that. So I became, of course, the IT guy, the service desk, the only service desk guy, actually. Research and development, kind of did a whole bunch of stuff with that company. And unfortunately, as time went on, the industry took a bit of a hit, and I had to move on, expand some of my horizons with that. And I joined the service desk at a healthcare provider out here in California. You know who they are. That's where we actually met. And it was amazing because I really felt that I was helping the doctors save. I used to joke around. Well, I save babies. Well, kind of. I helped them do their work so they could save babies, right? So, and then that, of course, led to so I started specializing in like the medical software, but I was a service desk, so I was teaching the ITSM tool at the time, which was Remedy. And then we decided we were going to implement Sharewell there at the company. So next thing you know, I'm spending 10 hours a day trying to rewrite all of our stuff into a service catalog that worked. I wasn't even sure what the service catalog was supposed to be. I was learned, I was taught that, and then and teaching people how to use Cherwell and how we were going to fit it in with our service desk and our second level teams and how we were going to make it happen. And then again, as time went on, the powers that be decided that I also needed to be an ITIL expert. So the next thing you know, I'm just studying and studying and still maintaining, teaching people how to use Cherwell, helping with processes, a lot of process work. So I got my ITIL expert certification finally out of the way. And then so that led to being part of the Cherwell support team. So I joined the support team to help kind of fix problems and again continue teaching, bringing people into the Cherwell and getting that adoption, and helping them find better ways to do stuff, which of course led to joining the build team, where I was actually starting to create more solutions for this place, and again working on their processes and. Let's see, and then finally your team, actually,
Right. Well,
then I
and
found you.
it's yeah. Well, and it's funny as we all talk to each other. Most of the team at Excalibur, in fact, all the team at Excalibur, have had all these varied roles in different organizations. We weren't. No, nobody's been a professional software implementer their entire careers. They've done all of these different things, and it's funny how the number of us that have the hardware background. So many of us had done microcomputer repair, and know how to take these things apart and put them back together. Today, as with everything in electronics, it becomes easier to throw them away and buy a new one, than do the repairs as we used to. But
Right.
it gives you a different perspective on the things that different teams have to do, be desktop support or
The
all the other
networking.
teams, right?
Yeah.
And being able, having walked a mile in these different teams' shoes, and how to drive effective solutions. Because one of the things Rob Gauguin from our team always talks about is the triangle, right? The triangle of all of this. You've got people, process,
Process,
and
tool.
tool, right?
Absolutely.
And when one of them's not working well, the pyramid doesn't stay up all that great. And so it's not all about one thing. It's not all about, well, we've got a great tool if we don't have great process to go with it. So the key to being able to understand process, I find, that has made, I feel, our team so successful for our customers, is that many of us, we're in the middle of that process. We've had to build those processes for a team that we ran, or teams that we were in charge of, or what have you. Because we've got folks here who've been IT directors, and a number of our cases have served as CIOs, and have had to look at these processes and say, how do we become more effective? So that's kind of, and learning about ITIL and becoming an expert, and then you start to learn, oh wow, okay, this isn't prescriptive. This is, well, what are the parts and pieces that make the most sense for us as an
What makes
organization?
sense, right?
How do we drive value? So
Correct.
it becomes a lot of fun. So you had mentioned that you live up in the Sacramento area, which, for those who are geographically challenged, that is in the northern part of California. It's a little north of San
Find San
Francisco.
Francisco and go inland. it's just really just east, about 75 miles. We're at the top of Central Valley. I was born actually down farther south in more like the farm agricultural area. I grew up in the country, right? We had cows. So to
Is
have
that,
a
but
tourist city,
like
oh,
Visalia, down that way?
Modesto,
Visalia? Modesto, okay.
Modesto, Turlock, yeah. And
Mhm.
I'm sitting there with cows in the backyard and a computer in my in my bedroom. But yeah, Sacramento is wonderful. We're just at the base of the Sierra Nevadas, so I'm an hour and a half, 2 hours from San Francisco, the ocean. I'm hour and a half to skiing up in Tahoe. I can um, I can hit the desert if I just go, down south a little bit. It's kind of a great place, and temperatures very nominal. Um, it it doesn't get as weird as Kansas or something, but we do have some strange, like, why is it cold today? Why, it's not supposed to happen. But our cold is different than your cold, of course.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, here in Pittsburgh, we always say it's one of the handful of places in the world you can experience all four seasons in one day. As an example, yesterday it was 60 degrees here, and this
Yeah,
morning it was like 55. Now it's 30 something.
right, right.
Uh,
Yeah, we don't have
it's
that,
crazy.
but it's nice. It's a nice place to be. A lot of trees, so I do get hit with the allergies from time to time in the right season, like early spring or whatever. But it is a fantastic place.
Well,
I like being up here.
and you mentioned you do some things with music. I know you have a number of varied and interesting hobbies.
Yeah, I still play bass and sing with my best friend I'm not even going to tell you how many years. We have a band, of course, that had to take a break with the COVID thing. And of course, I don't really tour anymore. Those are some great times. I've been to, I've probably played 45 of the 50 states. Well, maybe 40. We've been around several big long tours. Those were fantastic. Those are good times. Um, and we're getting back. We may play soon, but after the COVID break. But also, I've got other things to do too. I mean, aside from being a computer geek and playing video games or whatever, I've also recently I've gotten into flying remote control airplanes, and actually building that. I want to build them, not just fly them around. So I've got the stuff out on my workbench, and that's what I'm doing at night when I don't have anything else to do. And what else do I do? I just got rid of my hockey gear. Never actually played hockey, but I do love ice skating, and I used to go out to stick time and throw the puck around. That was really good. Um, I can't turn down a game of golf. If you were to say, "Hey, let's go out and swing some clubs," I'd be out there. We're not keeping score.
I
We'll go
always
out and swing
warn,
some.
yeah, I always warn my foursomes if we're playing golf, I can throw it farther than I can hit it in a straight line.
Well, what my buddies and I have decided to do is, instead of playing by par, we just count if we get a par, right? If we get the same amount of strokes, then we get 1 point. If we get a birdie, we get 2 points, and that's how we keep score. We're not that's it. And whoever loses buys the beer.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, Scott, thanks for joining me today. It's always great to get to, the whole idea behind these videos is to let folks meet the wonderful team members that we have here at Excalibur that really help make a difference for our customers. So thanks for joining me.
Absolutely, it's been a great time.
All right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.
See you.